Hi instructors, my name's Kathleen Shaw, and in this video I'll be going over the Unit 2 Instructor Guide. So in Unit 2, one of the main goals that students will be focusing on is research. So they'll be looking into information literacy and working with APA. One of the tasks that they're going to be working towards is actually a worksheet as the summative assignment, where they're going to find a source on our databases. So this unit is a little bit shorter. One of the things that they're going to be looking into is the different databases. There are specific articles about EBSCOhost, Credo, and SIRS. They're also going to do some work with understanding plagiarism, and they're going to look really closely at the reading 2 that you selected in terms of looking for a comprehension check to make sure they're understanding, and they're also going to break the argument down. And this is in preparation of the final assignment, which is going to involve them locating a source of their own on the databases that relates to the reading 2, and they're going to do a CRAP evaluation for that source, because ultimately the idea is that in Unit 3, when they write their summary response paper, they will then have an outside source with some kind of new or differing perspective that they can use to help them deepen their response when they're responding in that unit. So when we look at the Unit 2 Research and Integrating Sources section, there's a couple different learning materials. There are articles on plagiarism, and then there's also the articles that focus on the different databases that we have. And there's also a section specifically on information literacy and on integrating sources. So we have those learning materials broken down into those categories as well. The assignments that they're going to be completing, a quiz that they'll take online. That's a 3-question quiz that's going to allow them to think a little bit further about plagiarism. The comprehension check is another assignment that's in a quiz format. So they're going to be answering in a quiz format some questions specifically about the assigned reading 2 article. The argument breakdown worksheet is going to be a chance for them to evaluate certain elements of that reading 2 argument in order for them to understand the pieces, types of evidence, the counter argument as they move forward, heading towards Unit 3 in the summary response essay, where they're going to be responding to it. And then the major summative assignment of Unit 2 is the database exploration assignment, and that's going to be the worksheet that they use. So there's a link to it within the assignment itself. There's a little bit of information in the assignment details about the databases and which ones might be the most helpful for them to use depending on what they're looking for. A lot of times SIRS is a nice place to start for counter argument. And the database exploration assignment is going to give them some points for actually talking about the location of the source, so what databases they found it on, why they chose the database they did, information about key terms, and then there's also rhetorical information about the article that they found on the database so that they have that available to them when they're making an APA reference. And then we ask them to make the reference itself. And then there's the section that's the CRAP evaluation broken down. So they're going to take this article that they found on the same subject, the same topic as their Unit 2 reading, and they're going to evaluate it using the CRAP test. And then last but not least, they're going to answer some questions that are going to allow them to start making connections and thinking about places where the articles have similarities and some quotes that might compare, some things, reactions that authors might have on the same points. And this is a really helpful exercise for them as they head into the paraphrasing assignment in Unit 3. In Unit 3, for that paraphrasing assignment, they will be creating paraphrases based on these 2 sources. So this might be a good place for them to take the quotes from so that they can then practice paraphrasing them so that they have these nice 2 paraphrases that are relating to a single point. As always, if you have any questions about the unit, if you have any questions about any of the assignments in the unit, feel free to reach out to your course leads or your department chair.